Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Thank you very much for having us today. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of ReadyNation, a coalition of business leaders that advocate for important investments in early childcare. My name is Katie Ferrier, and I'm Vice President for Education and Workforce Development at the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for the invitation today to discuss the workforce issues around our current childcare infrastructure. Lack of affordable childcare options is not just an inconvenience for parents in our state, it's holding back our economy. Concern over this issue led multiple business organizations to help sponsor research into understanding it. And two separate reports came out last year that detail the economic impact the childcare crisis has on Texas. The first report was released by ReadyNation in June 2021, and it found that the lack of reliable childcare of working parents of young children up to age 3 could come to $4.9 billion in annual costs for Texas. The second report, released by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation at the end of last year, surveyed families with children up to age 6 and found that Texas loses more than an estimated $9 billion annually from its economy due to breakdowns in childcare. That total encompasses the cost of absences and turnover to Texas employers at $7.59 billion per year, and the estimated loss of tax revenue at $1.8 billion annually. The U.S. Chamber report also found that almost 3/4 of parents, 74% that were surveyed, had missed school or work due to childcare issues in the past 3 months. It is clear that childcare is important to our economy. The results of this research help illustrate that childcare access has a direct impact on employers and our state's productivity. But lack of childcare doesn't just lead to parents missing work. It also leads to record numbers of individuals leaving the workforce. I'm sure that everyone in this hearing has heard the news coverage about the Great Resignation. Many working parents left their job during the pandemic shutdowns, but they still haven't returned. Surveys from earlier this year found that more than 1 million working mothers have not come back to the workforce. And meanwhile, job openings are hitting record highs. There were more than 2 jobs for every American seeking work in April, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And at the same time, nearly 5 million people told the Census Bureau that they were not working because they were caring for children not in school or daycare. These parents need childcare. We're all affected when our state's children do not have safe places to go when we need to work. I'm sure that you and your constituents all felt that during the pandemic when schools closed. Employers need a workforce that is ready to work, and our workforce needs to feel confident that their children are safe and receiving quality care so they can be ready to work. Child care is integral to our ability to do business, and increasing numbers of employers are trying to help. I'm not here just to complain to you. I also want to offer some solutions. Texas business leaders know they are part of the solution. They don't want to lose outstanding talent because of problems with childcare. Employers are providing flexible spending accounts that can be used to pay for care, or they're providing flexible work arrangements or predictable schedules. But businesses alone cannot solve this crisis. Another survey from ReadyNation last year, this one of executives of companies with at least $5 million in annual revenue and at least 100 employees, found that while 2/3 of them are likely to expand childcare supports for their employees in this fight for talent, many cited barriers to doing so. More than 3/4 of those respondents said that federal or state government incentives, like tax credits, would increase the likelihood that their company would expand the child care supports offered to employees. We ask you, our policymakers, to increase investments in early childhood education and child care and make it more affordable and accessible for working Texas families. Help stabilize the child care industry, support innovation, help build capacity, and ensure taxpayer dollars are being used for quality care. You can grow private support by helping to provide incentives to employers to better meet the needs of their employees. The economic success of Texas depends on us addressing this crisis. Thank you for your time and attention to this important issue for our state's workforce. ReadyNation and my chamber colleagues across the state welcome any opportunity to help you in this effort.